Yo, what is up, Kaiju fans? It's the Ultra Kaiju here with another exciting Jurassic World review for you guys. And today I have, surprisingly, my favorite dinosaur out of all the real ones, not counting hybrids, with the Mattel Camp Cretaceous Spinosaurus, aka the release that we should have gotten the two others before, but we finally have it. So, most of you don't know this, but I was actually on a little trip to Camp Pendleton, to spend the weekend and so there, and I got a couple stuff. And while I was there, I was able to acquire the Spinosaurus, I found him in Target, which is funny because there was only two of him, and yeah, at my Targets, I don't even see the price tag for him. Or like on the scanners, I checked through the Jurassic World section for the scanners, and there's absolutely nothing for the Spinosaurus. So when I saw this bad boy, I really wanted to pick him up because most of you don't know this, but I am a very big Spinosaurus fan. In fact, it is just about my favorite dinosaur, probably aside from the Carnotaurus. I don't know why, I just really like the Carnotaurus too. And yeah, here we are. He wasn't on sale per se, but I don't know why, but for some reason the self-price scanner, or like the self-checkout thing without an employee there helping you out, I don't know why, but it gave me $2 off on this guy. So it's usually $30 or aka $29.99. I got him for $27.99. So I don't really understand why I didn't have any coupons or anything on me, so yeah, that was a little bit strange. But while I was away, I just really have been looking forward to picking up a Spinosaurus figure, and since I completely missed out on the Target exclusive, which back then I really wish I would have gotten from Mattel, and then with the blue one, I really wasn't, up to date with that guy, the battle damage one with like the weird blue and yellow color scheme. I really wasn't a big fan of that one. But this one, on the other hand, I don't know why, but this looks even more like the JP3 Spinosaurus than the first release, which I don't know why Target made an exclusive when it really wasn't supposed to be. It was supposed to be on the shelves for as long as the Mosasaurus did, and now they made a second release Mosasaurus. Yeah. But this guy just, I don't know why, he just looks way better than the first two releases, and he just resembles the JP3 Spinosaurus. Also, while I was away, I did acquire a Colirius, which I don't know why. The first time when I got this guy, I found him at my Target a while ago. I didn't really know what he was. At first glance, I didn't even pay attention to the name. I don't know why, but I thought it was the JP3 Raptor. I still think he looks like the JP3 Raptor, though. I don't know why, just like, maybe if you add a little more quills back here, he'll resemble the JP3 Raptor. There, I found this guy at the BMX store in the military base there at Camp Pendleton. So there was also the Proterosaurus thing, whatever it was there, and no Bumpy, sadly. I mean, I have the McDonald's Bumpy, so I don't really need that. And I did see this guy there, but this guy in the future might make a JP3 stop motion, hint in the future. And if I didn't get the Amber Collection JP3 male raptor, then this guy would probably be the most likely substitute for that. I also got a couple other things, but I don't want to show them just yet. I will probably do a review on them later on, but right now I really wanted to do the Spinosaurus review since it's already getting too late to do him, and he was releasing like 9 months before. And if you got too bored from this and clicked off already, then oof. But I'm finally gonna shut up now and go on to him. So he is way too big for my 360-degree spinner. Yeah, he would just be way too heavy for this thing, and he'd probably be constantly falling off it, so there's really no point in putting him on. Also, he's making the camera super duper blurry, and Oh god, he almost knocked down the Pacific Rim Otachi poster. Oh god, he's falling. Technical difficulties. But I don't know why I've been having a little bit of trouble standing this guy, but yes, I will. I finally will shut up now, and we're gonna go into the painting detail. So first off with this paint, I just really wanted to start with his face. I just really admire how his face looks, and, you know, not to be like that, but I just really like how it was painted. And here we can see that there is some interesting markings on him. I know I'm sounding like I'm drunk or something, but yeah, we have the little outlining that goes across the whole figure. It ends up kind of on the face, like how Blue does it with her stripe that goes all across her body. The same thing with this Spinosaurus figure. I don't know if it was exactly like that in the movie, but yeah. For the painting for going out of the stripe, the painting on his face, I do like how they did the effect where the redness kind of dissipated, or like how they kind of like a tan color turned into and it kind of just faded into the dark red. I really like how they did that. If it was Hasbro, then it would just be like a seam there, one half tan, one half red, and it would look super ugly because Hasbro does not care. They do not put any effort or love into their figures, but these guys, Mattel on the other hand, oh yes they do. And also down here it looks even better. If you can see that, maybe I'll use this. Oh god, that doesn't help at all. But yeah, I really like how they did that fading effect like that. God, the camera's super blurry today. I don't know why. Maybe I'll have to add a filter or something around here. So now onto his eye. This is one of the more better painted eyes other than my other Jurassic World figures. I don't know. His eye just looked. Most of my Mattel Jurassic World figure eyes, they don't really look the best, but on this guy, they look better than they usually do. Also, I don't know why the camera's just really having a mental breakdown because everything is just looking so weird right now. Okay, that looks a bit, nope. No, it just switched back to blurry. How about here's the thought camera? Yeah, now you can see. Oh no. I don't understand why it does this to me, but there's really no point in getting blurry. So I can just show you real quick again how they did the fading like that. Yeah, really liked how they did that. And oh no, his foot is going to fall on everything. And I just wanted to point out, I don't know why, but I don't think this seam right here is natural. Yeah. Looks a little bit strange right there, but I'm going to move up to his spine. Same kind of coloring with his face of the spine. Also, I wanted to say that there is this strange little bump right there. If you can see it, yeah, I don't understand why that's there. And also, I wanted to point out that if you notice something, if I turn him around, yeah, I don't know if you guys can tell, but there's no real, like, seam or something, like, excess piece of paint going from right here all the way to right here on the top of the spine. But when you move the figure, it's there. Yeah, you see it with the, oh no, he really likes to tip. I don't know why. That weird seam that goes all across there, moving him, it's not there. I don't know why. It's just a little bit strange. Same thing, same type of deal with the little tannish paint scheme with the tannish stripe. Same thing with the spine up here, and a little bit of the brown paint is bleeding on to the spine. If you can see, again, same thing with here. Seems like it's bleeding a lot more. I don't know why. Maybe it's just extra shading, but it's a lot more prominent on this spine than this one. As you can see, this one is pretty red. This one down here, as you can see, is very brown. I don't understand what happened there, but we're going to move away from that, and I just wanted to show off his claws. Normally, Mattel feet on dinosaurs, they're not exactly painted. Take the Indoraptor and sadly Indominus Rex, for instance. Sorry, looking at him from the top of the shelf, kind of hard to tell, but this guy, like the T-Rex, these are the only few larger figures that get their toenails painted. Unfortunately, over here, I don't know why they didn't paint right here. I mean, I know I'm nitpicking, but maybe it would have been nice to do that, as this is the Spinosaurus, and I can imagine this is the last Spinosaurus figure they will release if they just do a re-release of this same paint scheme with added extra functions for Dominium, because Spinosaurus might be in there, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Yeah, they didn't paint it. They didn't paint the nails. Why? We were actually in a very good spot right there, so I can show you the teeth. The teeth are very beautifully painted, but they do bleed onto the gums of the mouth just a little bit. Again, I'm nitpicking. I probably shouldn't do this. After all, this is a figure that's mainly made for kids, but I do like how the teeth are painted, and if you open them up, then you can see that even on the inside, they are very much painted. Hasbro would not do something like this. Of course, you can see the teeth paint kind of bleeding into the inside of the mouth, but yeah. Feats on Mattel for doing that. I don't normally see that with their figures' teeth. Take Indoraptor, for instance. Again, sorry, Indoraptor, I still love you. His teeth, they could use some work. But now I do want to talk about the sculpting on his mouth. There isn't a lot of paint on his mouth, but as you can see, they did the gums very beautifully on this guy, on the roof of the mouth. It looks very nice indeed. And if you go into the back of the mouth, you see a tongue, and I don't know why. They cheaped out a little bit right here, probably just to save plastic, because the underside of the tongue, a huge chunk of it was taken out. Man, poor Spinosaurus. That must have been painful. And same thing with the bottom part of the mouth. Same thing, the detailing with the sculpt goes all the way in the back of the mouth. It goes even farther if you're in real life, then that goes way back there. I know it's really dark back there, but it does indeed go that far in. I just really like how they do that. And also, on the little gum flaps, you can't really see it as well. Oh no, I hope I don't break this guy. Yeah, the detailing with the lining, it also goes onto the mouth. You can't really see it that well, but it does. And you can see it even more on when you open it up. Say, if you were Hasbro, they wouldn't have done this, but I also just really want to show, like, the kind of, like, outlines to be, like, perfect. I mean, I know there's a little bit of seam crevice right there, but it does look very beautiful. And also, I wanted to mention one thing. I don't know if this was on the past iterations of the figures, but yeah, what do you call it? There is something in the mouth back there under there. It's impossible to see on camera, but yes. See if I can. Oh, look, there's a better look at the detailing back there. Man, I should have used this a lot longer, but actually, this probably isn't something that you find on the figures, but I can see everything back there. I don't know why. I can see the figure is completely hollowed out. It's heavy, though. Yeah, it's pretty much hollowed out. You can see all the way back to the tail. It's almost impossible, but I don't know why I'm pointing this out, but you can see all the way back there in the tail. Yeah, it's impossible to see on camera, but yeah, you can see all the way down there. So I guess that's something. I don't really know why I would have put that on there, but yeah, I don't know why. Probably had the same thing with the other Spinosaurus figures, but now we're gonna go on to articulation. So for articulation with this guy, you're gonna get a lot of basic ball joints. Of course, with the tail, you're gonna get a 360-degree ball joint that can also swivel. Kind of feels a little bit odd, but there's also a tiny crank in there. Yeah, you heard that? Yeah, that. So yeah, with the swiveling right there, it's kind of loose, like, and just barely tapping it. It likes to go down a bit. It's not as loose though, but as the most limited part of the articulation, the arms can go up and down like this. They are on a ball joint, but it's very tight. They can go in and out like that. Not in and out burger, sadly, but they can go in and out like this, and you can do some really cool things with the arms, but boy, they are tight. You're like very hard to do it. If you were a 2-year-old child, probably would be very hard to move the joints because they are just really tight. I don't know if it's just my copy of the figures specifically, but yeah, they are pretty tight. With the legs, unlike Toro, yeah, I'm looking at you down there, they are not connected. Like, just gonna bring him in real quick to show you guys what I mean. So with Toro, yeah, the legs are like that, and they can do this. Oh, be quiet. But it is very as I was saying, it's very terrifying to do that, because you think that you just might break a joint by doing that. But yeah, the feet are connected together, probably by like a joint connecting them to in there with like a... Yes, I know, you're insane. So, the same thing goes for the Indominus Rex. It has that thing. I'm not going to get him off the shelf because I'm too lazy. But, yeah, it can move like this. It is on a ball joint, actually. Not really. It's on a swivel, and I can imagine if you just cut off this piece. I don't know why you'd ruin a good Spinosaurus figure like that, but it can indeed, I do bet, it can go all the way around, just pieces of plastic from the figure get in the way. Same thing with the back part. You can move it just a little bit more. Actually, can I do it? Okay, I was able to do it. I was able to move it all the way around, but this leg, on the other hand, it cannot do that. We also have a pretty loose swivel over here, another swivel over here, so you can get the Spinosaurus's feet so it can stand better. And I will do the scan code at the end because I'm evil like that. I want you guys to keep watching. You'll probably end up just skipping ahead if you really want to get the scan code, though. And now that we've actually, no, not done with the articulation yet, he does have a ball joint here that is limited. He can go just side to side like that. He can go down and up like that. He can move side to side like that. And most of the articulation action in the neck would be this joint right here, because holding this one down, you can move up and down, up and down. You can move side to side, side to side, and you can... I thought that he'd be able to move like this. Yeah, you can't break his neck on this guy, unfortunately. Like with Stegosaurus and a bunch of the other ones, they can get their necks broken, but this guy, no. No, you'll probably end up breaking something that probably shouldn't be broken if you try to give him a neck cramp like all the other figures. And also, I really wouldn't count this as an articulation point, but this is indeed the action feature. I kind of spoiled it already, but what you do is you get this button. You don't want to get, like, you see the outlining, I'm kind of pushing it. You don't want to get up here because that'll do nothing. That'll do absolutely nothing. So you want to get the very back of it, and you want to press it pretty hardly. If it hasn't been done before, then I recommend you kind of just do that so it can get a little bit looser, so it'll be able to do that a lot more smoother and not as tight. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna press the back and blah, 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 blah. Yes, he can do that. Also, I wanted to compliment him on his tongue that it can stick out like that. You can kind of position it if you really, really wanted to, but yeah, you can do that. And now on to his size comparison. Here's he compared to some of my more favored figures in my Jurassic World Mattel collection, with the Mattel Fallen Kingdom Superposable Indoraptor and the Camp Cretaceous, same series as this guy, Control and Conquer Carnotaurus Toro. Here's he compared to some Dino Escape figures with the Mega Destroyers Stegosaurus and the E750 Scorpius Rex Danger Pack with Kenji Spear. Here's he compared to some Godzilla figures in my collection with the Bandai Movie Monster Series Heavy Arms Kiryu Heavy Paint Edition, I wish, and the Playmates Battle Roar Godzilla. Let's see him spew some fire. And cause why the heck not? Here's he compared to some random Jurassic World merchandise in my collection with the Happy Meal, with the Camp Cretaceous Season 1 Happy Meal Bumpy I was talking about earlier, and for some reason the Matchbox Indominus Rex Specialized Bunker, Indominus Rex, what were you? Okay guys, I just looked it up. This was the Special Forces, no, I'm just kidding. This was the Matchbox ACU Armored Hauler. Yeah, definitely has nothing to do with the Indominus. And the Jurassic World / Park inspired, that has an Indominus Rex on it. I'll just call it whatever it needs to be. It's also from Matchbox, I know though. So overall for this Spino, I very much enjoy it, and it is one of the better Spinosaurus figures, and probably the only Spinosaurus figures that are on the shelves, that are on store shelves for quite a while. And if you are in need of a Spinosaurus, or you just really want a good Spinosaurus figure, then definitely go with this guy. And since the scalpers and aftermarket are really hitting this guy like a semi-truck, then you gotta work fast, because on eBay, yeah, it's pretty unholy there. So I recommend, if you really need this guy desperately, then please check your targets, because he won't be on store shelves for any longer. He will be on clearance soon, I've heard, and he's pretty much the last of the Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous first release figures that they're putting out. Now a Dino Escape is just taking over the shelf. So please, if you really need this guy, then work fast, because eBay is ruining everyone's lives there with the aftermarket. So this guy's a very cool figure, one of the better figures out there. His color scheme is beautiful. I love the Spinosaurus, so oh yeah, I can't say that. Family friendly. So this is just a very awesome figure. I do recommend it, and I hope you guys had a great day. This is the Ultra Kaiju signing off. Pieces, Reese's.